Hey everyone, so I just filmed a Kim Kardashian contouring and highlighting video. When I did my Kim Kardashian makeup inspired tutorial, I mentioned in that if you guys wanted to see this video, and I got a couple of replies saying yes. So I will go ahead and get into the tutorial. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to need is obviously a highlighter. It's just your under eye highlighter. We're going to do a powder highlight on our cheekbones and everything later. So you just need a liquid highlighter and concealer to begin with. And I have a duo, it's from e.l.f. and it's the under eye concealer and highlighter. So this is obviously the highlighter and this is a concealer. I've got the colour Fair/Glow. And I'm going to start off with the highlighter side first. First thing she does is 3 strokes right under the eyes. And then 1 right down here. So down the bridge of your nose, just make a line from about midway from your forehead down. And then right above your eyebrows, just do 2 little lines like that. And then you do a line, when you suck in, how you have that contour line where you would typically contour, highlight just underneath that. So it's right in between your jawline and where you would contour. And then with whatever's left, I'm just going to put it on the middle part of my chin. Now, I know it looks crazy now, but you've got to blend it all in. So just with my ring finger, I'm going to take that and just rub this in. And rub it in right into the lower lash line. The inside of your nose, the bridges of your nose, and bring it about right on the apples of your cheeks. So it blends into your blush and everything really nicely. You don't want to have your mascara or any shadows under your lower lash line when you do this. You want to put that on after you've done with this step, because then that can drag some of the product from that onto your highlight. So then I'm going to just join this line up. And you want to put this just down the bridge of your nose, not anywhere on the sides or anything, because we're going to contour that. And then just join this up so it's like a T. And just blend it all in really, really nicely. Don't worry if it looks a little bit choppy right there. Once we put the bronzer on your forehead, it will all blend in together. Kim Kardashian still has that same rule, like the typical contouring highlighting rule, where you kind of have the inner parts of your face highlighted and the outer parts of your face contoured. So she still sticks with that, she just does it a little bit more precisely. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that. So that is the liquid part of the highlighter out of the way. Then, as usual, I still like to conceal only under my eyes because I do have bags and dark circles, so I want to kind of cover that up. So I'm just taking the concealer side with this e.l.f. highlighter and concealer duo. You don't have to put the concealer wherever you've put the highlighter, just put it under your eyes to cover up bags and stuff. So I'm just going to do 2 strokes on each side. And again, just rub that in with your finger. You can use brushes if you want. I just find that using my fingers works a little bit better because it melts the product right into the skin and sets it a little bit, so it's a little bit more natural. And you just work with it until you find it looks the most natural. So drag it down a little bit, just feather it out. Once that's done, you're going to go and set your whole face. You want to do this before you do blush and bronzer, because if you put a skin colored powder over brush and bronzer, it's just going to make it look very muddy and not blend it in. So I'm going to use a Maybelline Dream Matte powder. So I'm just going to use a kabuki brush with that. I use this brush even for my foundation. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this, and I'm mainly just going to put it where I don't have the highlighter, and then with whatever's left, I'm just going to go over everything. So you want to put it mainly where you don't have any of that, and then with whatever's left, blend. Because if you put this color powder straight over the highlighter, it's just going to take that effect away. So that is your face set. You're not going to get oily and anything during the day. Then I'm going to go into my bronzer. And I'm still using the Models Prefer bronzer. It's in the colour Sun-Kissed. I think Kim Kardashian uses the NARS Laguna bronzer. I think she's like known for that bronzer. But this is one that I have. And you're just going to take a powder brush like this, just a nice, so as long as it's dense, so that it's going to really pack on the colour on there, because her contouring is very extreme. So I'm going to start off, just take a little bit of the bronzer, tap off the excess, and I would contour typically where I would contour anyway, which is right there when you make a fishy face, right in the hollows, and feather it back to your ears. So you want the main part of it right here and then feathering back. I'll show you this side because the lighting's a little bit better. So I'm feathering it right back so it looks more natural, and you just want to keep going at this. The more you blend it in, the more natural it'll look and the less muddy. And then I'm going to take it right here, right by my temples and into the hairline. And then I'm going to do this part, so right around the hairline and the upper parts of the forehead and the outer parts of the forehead. And meet it to where you have the bronze on your temples. Then I'm also going to take just a little bit and put it right on my jawline as well. So that highlighting is much more, it stands out a little bit more that way. And take a little bit more and just put it on the sides of your nose. So it just contours your nose even further. And then I'm going to go into blush. I'm just using the W7 powder blush. It is in the colour Rose. I use this a lot. I was going to use the e.l.f. blush in Blushing because it has, Kim Kardashian uses NARS's Orgasm. I was going to use that because it's kind of simple. It's got that hot pink with that gold shimmer in it, but I just prefer this one. So I'm just taking that on an angled brush. I do have another blush highlighting contouring routine, just to my everyday one. So I'm not going to show you the blush. I'm just going to put it on and come back. If you want to see a more in-depth routine of how I apply my blush, go check out that video. Okay, so now my blush is done. The only thing, if you want to recreate this Kim Kardashian look, you definitely want to pick a pink blush because she always has very pink cheeks. And lastly, you're going to do your highlighter, but your powder highlighter. And I'm using the Revlon Color Stay Mineral Finishing Powder in 010. And it's still got that pinky pearly tone in it, which is really nice. I'm going to take another powder brush with that. And I'm just going to pick up a little bit of this, and I'm going to put this right down the bridge of my nose, just basically over wherever we put the other liquid highlighter. So just put it over that. This just adds some shimmer. And then I'm going to put it right on my cheekbones as well, and up by my temples a little bit. So it just makes it much more glowy and healthy looking. And then I'm just going to take a little bit on my ring finger, and I'm just going to put it on my Cupid's bow. Okay, so I'm going to finish off the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back. Okay, so that's the final look, everyone. As you can see, it is a lot more stuff than I would put on my face on an everyday basis. I would never do that much makeup on my face, but it does look really, really pretty. I can see why she does it. So I hope you guys found this video informative. I hope it actually helped you a little bit to achieve that infamous Kim Kardashian highlighting, contouring stuff that she does. So thank you for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you guys with my next video.